Good evening, everybody. Today, I'm getting ready to make a buttermilk pie. Now, buttermilk pie, a lot of people never have heard of a buttermilk pie, especially when I started making it back here several years ago, over 20-something years ago. I just found a recipe and I said, this sounds interesting. And that's the reason I tried it, and I've been making them ever since. And when you usually say you have buttermilk pie, everybody like, I never heard of a buttermilk pie. What that tastes like? Some of them say, ugh, I don't like buttermilk. But like I told them, it don't taste nothing like buttermilk. And usually people that like egg custard or egg pies, they love the buttermilk pies. Now I don't like egg custard. I don't like egg pies. It's not one you're gonna get me to bake. But I mean eat. But I'm getting ready to start it. And let me tell you what you're going to need. You're going to need 2 cups of sugar. I'm just going to go ahead on and pour it in as I go. 2 cups of sugar. And this right here is 1 cup of melted butter. Pure butter. Put that in there. And then I got 4 large eggs. I always like to beat my eggs a little bit before I put them in. Okay, once you get that mixed together, then you're going to need to go to your mixer. Just mix these ingredients up real good. Get this mixed together, it's sort of like, and when I add my buttermilk, it's more like, it's going to be like a custard filling. When you get it mixed so far, just take your spatula and make sure there's no sugar or butter or anything still stuck at the bottom. Just stir it around. I'm going to beat it just a little bit more before I keep the mixer to it a little bit more before I add the other ingredients. Okay. Now this right here is 3 tablespoons of self-rising flour. Now I missed that on the normally, which it really doesn't matter. I normally add my flour, my sugar, and the salt in the same bowl at the same time, and add that together. But I missed that step, but it's no big deal, and I'm gonna add. This is 1/4 of a teaspoon of sea salt. I'm going to add to the flour. And I'm going to go ahead on and add that in. Like I said, I normally add it in with the sugar. That's what I'm going to come in. I'm going to come in with 1 cup. This is 1 cup of whole buttermilk. Do not get low fat. Now, some people use low fat, but I do not use low fat. I know a person used low fat, and she really didn't have the type of results that I had. But I had told her whole buttermilk, but she got low fat because she said she couldn't find whole buttermilk. So I'm going to go ahead on and add that 1 cup of whole buttermilk. Just mix well. When you start with, after you add your buttermilk in there, don't start with your mixer too high, don't it'll splash everywhere. You can turn it up later on, but I mean once you get it incorporated in there, but don't start at too high a speed. Don't you go. It ain't gonna be no big deal. You just have to clean up a little splatter. This is a very easy pie, but it's delicious. Have you ever tried a buttermilk pie before? If you don't have a buttermilk pie before, drop me a comment. Let me know that have you ever had it before and did you like it? Have you ever made one before? Because it's such easy pies. I like baking for my family and trying different recipes. I don't try as many as I used to, but I love trying different recipes. And normally when I try a new recipe and try it out on my family, next thing I know they are requesting those new recipes. That's when I know how to bake and cook a lot of different things. Okay. Kind of straighten my bowl down. You see it's sort of like a custard base. It'll put you in the mind of a custard or that you would maybe be fixing up for like a egg custard or banana pudding. Okay, getting ready to add the last ingredient, which is vanilla extract. I always use pure vanilla. And I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And if you get a little extra, that's okay. Not going to do nothing but make it taste better. That's 1. And that's 2. Remember, start off when you put your blender back in there. I always start it kind of low so it won't splatter everywhere. And once I add my vanilla in there, I may beat it maybe about a minute and a half. On sort of like medium speed or high. And then that will be it. Next thing you do is put it in your pie crust and put it in the oven. Okay, I'm gonna get my pie crust filled and get ready to put it in the oven, and I'll be right back and tell you what you're baking on and how you bake it and how long you bake it. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I got the pie crust filled, and I got the pies in the oven. And let's see, push them back to the center. You have to be very careful with them because it's kind of liquidy and you can easily spill. So I'm always real cautious with this not to spill. Okay, I got my oven on 400 degrees, and I'm gonna cook it. I'm gonna bake on 400 for 10 minutes. This is very important. You're gonna do 10 minutes, 400 degrees for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, turn your oven down to 325 degrees. At 325 degrees, you are to bake it for 50 to 55 minutes. You're going to test with a toothpick. After 50 minutes, go in and test with a toothpick. Just make sure that the pie has set. It will be start to brown. It's going to already be starting to brown, but just test it. And if you insert the toothpick in and it come back out clean, your pies is ready. And normally they break on the top, but the reason you do the 10 minutes, 400 degrees for 10 minutes, that's to make sure your bottom crust get nice and brown. Okay, I'll be back when the pies finish. Okay, everybody, I'm back, and the buttermilk pies are finished. Looks absolutely delicious, and they taste delicious. Now, I'll tell you, you bake these up, serve them to your family and your friends, it will make for one happy table. But listen, there's a couple of things that I wanted to tell you that I forgot to tell you while I was making up the pies. I baked them in a 9-inch pie crust, a regular shell. I do not use deep dish. I've never baked these pies in a deep dish before, and I've had some baked by somebody else in a deep dish. So my preference is 9-inch regular pie shells. And it baked up. The baking time will always vary according to your stove, and just some days they just bake faster and whatever. But these pies was, I told you at first to bake the bottom crust. Make sure to ensure that the bottom crust is baked properly. Is 400 degrees for 10 minutes. Then turn your stove down to 400 degrees for 10 minutes. Turn your oven down to 325 degrees and bake 45 minutes. You try it and it'll turn out just like these. They smell delicious, and like I said, I've been baking them for many, many years. Try them. You just may like them. And if you like this recipe and this video, hit the like button, share if you would like to, and then subscribe to my channel and see what all type of interesting videos I'll be putting up. And hit that notification button, and it'll let you know exactly when I'm dropping a new video. Okay, I have enjoyed doing this recipe, sharing it with you, and I hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, drop me a comment below. And like I said earlier, let me know if you ever had buttermilk pie before. A long time ago, I used to ask that question, and I have asked the question and never got anybody to say that they had a buttermilk pie before. But now they're getting pretty popular. So I want to know, have you ever had one before? Okay? I appreciate you watching me. And bye for now. See you in my next video. Bye.